What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Spider-Gwen, an absolutely beautiful looking character. Character looks just like what she does in the Into the Spider-Verse movie, which is a nice actual representation of what she should look like. And a lot of people were complaining about the fact that she doesn't wear her hoodie. Well, the thing is, guys, if you actually click on her, she does wear her hoodie. And whenever you do gameplay with her, she does do hoodie. So we get the better of both worlds with this character aesthetically wise, which is amazing. I'm really happy that Netmarble incorporated both styles of her in here, because there are people that would like to see her face, and then there's people that would like to make sure she is wearing that hooded mask, especially since that's what she normally wears whenever she is attacking enemies. So that's actually really cool that they did do that. Now, they've done quite a few things for this character as far as, you know, what her Gwenum uniform did. Now, this thing still is so beautiful. I love this uniform so much, but the uniform effect, guys, you know, the increase all base tab by 15%, whereas now she has 40%. That's a huge, huge buff for the girl from her uniform effect. That's actually really, really nice. And her tier 2 passive, the skill damage is at 30%, whereas in her new uniform, it's at 40%. So we actually got a little bit more of a buff. Now, when you scroll down to the passive, we have 35% increase of physical attack, right? And when we scroll down the passive here, we don't have that. So we got 35% increase in physical attack. We got the extra attack from the uniform effect. So that's a lot of extra attack already in her kit, which is really, really nice. And when you look at her third skill, you'll notice that this thing does still have the 1.5% accumulation, which she already had from the Gwenum uniform, but there's also a counter attack. Now, I don't think that Spider-Gwen's going to be really good in timeline, but I do think that this is a useful tool in AC. So this is actually going to make her a little bit more, have a little bit more versatility as far as being a PvE character and as far as being a PvP character, at least in AC. So it's actually really cool that they did that. I like that, right? And it has super armor for 6 seconds to prevent her from getting guard broken, and she has a 30% HP heal on it, which is nice. Whereas before, she didn't have the counter attack, she didn't have the HP heal, she had to recover 3% of HP for every 1 second, but that 30% HP heal is actually better than this. It's actually much better. So I'm very, very happy that they did that. Her 4th skill, you know, she has an all attack by 30% and critical rate by 15%, whereas the previous uniform actually had 30% and 15%. So that's pretty much the same, except now it doesn't apply to all symbiote allies, whereas now it's just, you know, only applying to herself. And they gave her 5 seconds of invincibility in her new uniform to prevent her from getting guard broken. That is very, very nice that they did that. And that is going to be a big difference that you're going to notice between this uniform and the Gwenum uniform. The 5th skill gives her 120% damage proc, and this damage proc will carry over to her awakened skill. However, in my testing so far, I found that it's better to proc on her 5th skill, as I'll show you guys here in a little bit, at least from the testing I've done so far. But with the Gwenum uniform, the 5th skill has 100% damage proc, so we're gaining an extra 20% extra damage on the damage proc on top of the extra damage from all the attack. So let's take a look at her skills, guys, and let's take a look at the rotation that you should be playing with. Now, in my testing, the way that I've been doing this is I've been just going 3, 4, delay, awaken, skill 5. So I'm just going 3, 4, delay, and then awaken, skill 5 is how I'm doing it. Now, some people might go 3, 4, 5, awaken skill. Okay, so if you delay the 4, or if you do it that way, the 5th skill damage proc doesn't seem to carry over to the awaken skill. So let me show you what I'm talking about, right? So we go 3, 4, slight delay, 5, and immediately into the awaken skill. We don't have the damage proc up here in the top left-hand corner from the 5th skill, right? But if you go 3, 4, 5, awaken skill, if you don't delay that 4 at all, then the awaken skill proc will carry over to the awaken skill. And that's because you're not getting any hits from the 4th skill. Your damage proc is already being activated if you delay that 4th skill before you use the 5th skill. So if you just go 3, 4, 5, I'm sorry, let me do that again, guys. Let me do that again, right? I got a little wacky with my buttons here. 3, 4, 5, awaken skill, right? You can see there's the damage proc right there, right? But you're going to find, at least from the testing that I've done so far, 3, 4, delay, awaken skill, 5th skill seems to be the best rotation, at least from what I've seen so far. So 3, 4, delay, awaken skill 5. And then you'll get that damage proc every time if you do that. And it does seem like she does more damage by doing this rotation. And her skills look pretty damn awesome, right? This is a big difference between this uniform and the other uniform, is that this does have invincibility, it does have super armor built into her kit, Whereas the other uniform can get guard broken pretty easy if you're not using her awakened skill. So let me show you guys what she does. Now, I do apologize, guys, because this uniform is actually at normal and this uniform is at mythic, but this uniform is stronger than the Gwen uniform. And it's really, in all honesty, guys, I think it's a little bit easier to play. Also, we're going to take a look at the uniform options here real quick. You have Emma Frost for the first uniform. This is a terrific uniform. However, it's an expensive uniform level up, so that's not good at all. And with the introduction of tier 4s, her relevance has went down quite a bit, but she's still an amazing AC character and still very, very strong. And then we have Luke Cage, great AC character these days, can be useful in PvP and timeline every once in a great while, but not too much, especially due to the tier 4s. Then we got, Green Goblin, which is a great uniform, but it's outdated at this point. And then we have Jean Grey. This is a wonderful uniform, a pretty expensive uniform, but still a wonderful uniform to have. And then the last uniform is Black Widow, which is a outdated uniform. So the uniform options are kind of, kind of so, right? But let me go ahead and show you guys what she does in her Gwen uniform. We'll just do a little damage comparison here against Null at stage 44. We'll use this team right here, and let's go ahead and throw in a couple extra strikers here. There we go. And physical attack. There we go. All right, and let's see what happens here. Now, whenever you're playing with the Gwen uniform, it's best to proc on the awakened skill. It just seems like you're going to do a lot more damage if you do it that way. So we're just going to go 3, 4, 5 delay, and then hit the awakened skill. And something you'll notice is that the proc takes a long time to trigger whenever you're playing with her in this uniform. That's something that kind of sucks. Right? And then we go 5, 3, 4. Okay. Now I want my proc to kind of trigger here. Here we go. Go 3, 4. And you can see the damage that she is doing. Right? It's not bad. It's not bad. 3, 4 again. All right. And we're not going to do the whole run because I think we're going to be here a good while if we do. All right. And you see what happened there? We actually lost damage. Now, I should have hit my 4 skill there. And yeah, we just got interrupted. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You can get interrupted really, really easy with the Gwen uniform, which really, really sucks, guys. Really sucks. I mean, I love the uniform and it looks cool, but yeah. Okay. And hit that awakened skill. Not a perfect run, guys, but you're definitely going to get the drift of, what the difference is between these two uniforms. Okay, go back in that 3, 4. Also, before she goes to that 4 skill, before she goes into her little bit of an iframe, she can get interrupted and get caught, which is pretty damn annoying in all honesty, guys. All right. Okay, now I'm just gonna hit my awakened skill. Oh, crap. Hit that awakened skill. There we go. And it just takes forever for that proc to trigger. That's a big difference between them, as well as, just the damage. So we're just going to stop there, guys, at 2 minutes, right? We're at 3 minutes right now. We've done this for 2 minutes. And we're down to a little bit below the 50th bar, okay? A little bit below the 50th bar. All right, now I'm going to show you the difference. Now, again, I do apologize, guys, that my Gwen uniform is at normal rank instead of mythic, and that does make a difference, but I do believe you're going to see a pretty significant difference between these two uniforms. Now, the way that I'm going to play her, it is easy to miss your proc, but I do find that you do get more damage if you do the 3, 4, slight delay, awaken skill 5, right? So a little bit below the 50th bar in the last run that we just did, and let's see what happens here. There we go. Now look at the damage, guys. Look at the damage. Okay. There we go. You just want to do this slight delay with that 4 skill. And man, old girl gets it done. Right? And her second skill is really nice because it's a nice iframe. Like, that's really, really sweet. There we go. Okay. And guys, look at the difference in the damage, right? Like, Look at the difference in the damage. Like, we're already pretty much, there we go, hit that fifth skill. It's a big difference, guys. It's a huge, huge difference in power, man. Really, really nice. But you got to make sure whenever you delay that fourth skill that you hit that fifth skill immediately, because you can really miss your proc. So far, we haven't missed any procs at all, so not too bad. Like, she's fairly proc friendly for the most part. Like, I wouldn't say she's oh, there I actually proc on the awakened skill. That's my bad, guys. That's my bad. I actually made a mistake there. Okay, there we go. Hit that fifth skill. My bad. I'm playing with a controller, so I'm still trying to get used to playing with a controller, but other than that little mishap, we've done pretty damn good. But you can see there's a big, big difference in her power. And I love that her fifth skill is an iframe. She doesn't get hit by these tentacles. It really helps her survivability. And something that I haven't even touched on is the fact that, you know, she has Black Widow's tier 4. I bet we're going to trigger that proc, man. Oh, crap. There we go, there we go, there we go. But as you guys can see, there's a large difference in power. And if I wouldn't have screwed up earlier, we would have done even better, right? We would have done even better. But as you guys can see, right? I mean, we went a little bit, you know, 3 seconds more than what we did a second ago. But we're down to the 33rd bar. Before it was just a little bit below the 50th bar. We did 17 bars more damage, and if I wouldn't have screwed up a second ago, we would have done probably a couple extra bars, right? So this is a huge difference in damage, and even if this uniform wasn't at Mythic and it was at normal, maybe I would have done just 2 bars less than what I did just now. It wouldn't have been a huge, massive difference. It'd have been a little bit of a difference, but not a massive difference. And so what that tells you guys is that this uniform is quite a bit stronger even at level 70 than what she is in the Gwen uniform. It's a big upgrade for the character. However, I would wait for videos of her becoming level 80 to see how she compares against the other speed superheroes like Shadow Shell, Black Widow, Gamora, like all these characters. See how she compares to them. But I mean, this is going to be one of those characters that I think is probably going to be a pretty good build for most players because she seems quite strong right now. But again, we really need to see her at level 80 and see what she can do at level 80, especially compared to the other speed superhero females, so you can get an accurate assessment of whether or not you should actually build this uniform. But so far, the uniform is quality, guys. The survivability seems pretty damn good. The damage is much better than the Gwen uniform, and she's fairly proc friendly for the most part, as long as you're quick with your fingers after you delay that fourth skill. So guys, let me know what you think about Spider-Gwen, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GD+7 time. Link in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.